The following is a podcast meant for adults and discuss things like sexual content and alcohol use. Listener discretion is advised.
O Manshi, Hotano Titata, Uchelai, and I don't know the actual. I'm gonna be honest. Like I wanna, I just wanted to start with something.
The melody is there. I'm trying to figure it out, but the melody is there.
I just wanted to start with something silly. Um, but what's going on, ladies and gents? My name is JB, and I am one half of your co hosting team for the Drunk Texting Podcast. The podcast where we have some drinks, talk some mess, and help you through your thirsty Thursdays as only we can. Woohoo. I hope you guys are having a great thirsty Thursday. We're back to our regularly scheduled program after someone caused us to be behind and late and had everything going on. And that someone is my co-host. Please tell the people who you are and give them your adjective for the day.
I am the hydrated, because I've been drinking my water lately. Hydrated Kristal Deshan.
The hydrated Kristal Deshan, and then she's gonna cut all of it immediately by drinking some liquor tonight. Before we get into what we're drinking,
balance it with water later.
Okay, that's fair. But before we get into what we're drinking, please remember, as always drink responsibly. Never drink and drive. Sometimes drink and text. With that being said, I am drinking on some lemonade and vodka. Just short, sweet, and to the point. We had a thing of vodka. I'm just trying to get through it. Not necessarily quickly. I'm just trying to get through the bottle because if you know me, you know that I don't like to keep liquor sitting around for too long. But with that being said, Miss Kristal, what are you drinking on this week?
Keeping it simple. Keeping my word of staying off Cranberry's neck. I have in this. What is this? What are you? Fruit punch and pineapple 1800.
Ooh, that sounds delectable. That sounds like it is a delectable treat.
It is in this nice cup that's going to keep it cold.
Lord have mercy. Listen, that has been an innovation over the past couple years. Like, I know it's been around for years, but like we've seen a big jump in like the cups that like keep things cold for hours. I got like literally like two of the big Stanley looking cups from my work, and both of them have it. Literally, I can put ice in it in the morning at like 7 in the morning. By the time I leave work, if I haven't touched the ice will still be in there. So that
Sometimes I be there next day.
right. It really depends.
And that's it.
Hell, with as cold as it is here in Georgia, you could leave it on your counter. It'll still be there the next day.
Literally.
Like it is freezing. I hope y'all that are in Georgia are staying warm. Look, our heat is working. Look, I know the gas company. I know the gas company gonna be happy as hell with our bill come next month. Cause boy, our gas is working. That bitch.
Listen, ours too.
Ours is working.
They're geeked to see our payment next month.
I know they are. But we aren't going to belabor a point. We're going to go ahead and get right into the meat and potatoes of today with our question of the week. This week's question is something that I felt like could have some dark implications if anybody could look at this post and see the people and figure out who they are. But from the subreddit r/ask Reddit, what is the darkest secret you've wanted to share anonymously? I'm gonna be honest with you, some of them were kind of funny, some of them were kind of concerning, and some of them just made me go, that's not really a secret, that's not very much at all. But we're gonna start right here at the top. About once a year, I check the news and obituaries of a particular town, hoping to one day find a particular person's name.
That's messed up.
Do you know how much spite and hate you gotta have in your heart to be able to, like, don't get me wrong. I like there have been people in my life that like I want to be like, I wonder if they're still alive. I wonder how they're doing. But it would never in like a malicious way. It would always be like
Right.
oh, the last time I saw them, they had been sick. They're a little bit older. I wonder how they're doing. I'll call my mom or dad and I'll ask them. I've never gone out of my way to check an obituary or check the news and be like, I wonder if that motherfucker dead yet. I wonder if that motherfucker is dead.
It's like, what if that person moved out of that town?
Right. That's
Now,
another part. Like, what if
now
they ain't
you
even
can never gonna find out.
like? What if they not even there no more? Now what? Now what? What happens then? That's that's a crazy one. Here, this one's a little bit longer. This one actually kind of gave me the heebie-jeebies, and I also was like, yeah, they got all the makings. They got all the makings right there. So, our neighbors struggled for a very long time to have a baby. And after a decade and a half of miscarriages, doing everything under the roof, they finally had a baby girl and they've been pampering the hell out of her. But everyone else has realized something is off about the girl. I've seen grown men get nervous and uncomfortable around her, like it's from some kind of deep seated instinct from within, and even I have got the heebie jeebies when the girl comes to my house. Like when I see her eyes, I see no light behind them, and her face feels like a mask that feeling makes me nauseous and want to get away from her, and she's just 6. Over the last 3 years, she has went through 3 puppies and 7 kittens. Obviously, her parents ignore and cover for for their darling precious daughter. Once I found a mouse caught in a sticky mousetrap with lace pins stuck into its eyes and its limbs cut off near beside their house in the place where she usually plays. I suspect that this creepy little girl is a bit of a psychopath, possibly animal serial killer, but obviously is kept quiet because the parents became exceptionally rabid about anyone and anything that points a finger at their daughter. And one of them is a big time lawyer, and the mom is a high ranking police officer, and I don't want to get into that headache. But my gut screams at me that there is something very wrong about that kid every time I see her. I'm gonna be honest, I would keep my distance from that child with
Yeah.
everything in
Just
my
from the whole
power.
family.
Cause what you mean that child? What you mean? What do you mean that the child is like? I would I'd be so freaked out. Cause
Like, what do you mean there's no light behind a child's eyes?
man, what?
That's concerning.
I'd lose my
Children
shit.
that's dead behind the eyes, they're killers.
I'd lose my shit. Cause like you said, what do you mean they're dead behind the eyes? So you just see them and they're just nothing.
Like, this is the one time they're supposed to have light in their eyes. As a child, it's
Right,
already gone.
right. That terrifies me, boy.
What do they know? Listen, that's how those serial killers start. They
Right.
start with animals.
Look,
Shit.
and the first response to that, a lawyer and a police officer created a potential psychopath. Dang, go figure.
The irony is crazy.
Right,
Y'all ain't never get in trouble.
bro. This next one, and we
Like,
went
not
from
sorry.
psychopath. We went from psychopath to kind of funny. This one, I felt bad after I did so, but then I was like, I don't know this person's life, so really, they could be doing this on a for real thing. I visit the cemetery to make sure my father is still there.
Where would he go?
The response,
Like,
the
where would he go?
response is your father Jesus,
Right. Like, where would he go? Does
man.
he just work there? Like, where?
Mm-mm-mm.
I am concerned.
Right. I'm confuzzled. I am
'Cause
confused.
what
Like,
are they gonna do if they go one day and he's not there?
bro,
Then what?
just gonna show up one day. The hole gonna be empty. It's gonna be open. You're just gonna look down and it's gonna be an empty casket in the bottom of the hole.
Right, just dirt. Like,
Like, then what you gonna do?
I don't think they're mentally prepared for that.
It can't be. Can't be. This one, I feel like this was something that not to call anybody out, but I feel like this would be something that somebody from my hometown, something that their granddad would do, and I'll explain why in a moment. But said,
Okay.
I asked my wife to marry me because I didn't have a good birthday gift. 10 years later, we're going strong and actually the longest lasting couple from our generation of our family.
Mm,
Now the reason,
that's. I mean. I mean. I, I mean, technically, it was a birthday gift in a way. It's crazy. Technically, it's a birthday gift.
it, it is.
Right, technically, it's a birthday.
It is. Now, the reason I say I feel like I know somebody in my hometown that would do that, one of their granddads, is because at one point I remember in like high school, the middle of like high school, later high school years, telling me and his granddaughter that in his youth, what he would do is he would break up with whatever girlfriend that he had at the time right before Christmas, Valentine's Day,
Man,
and her birthday, so that way he wouldn't have to get them a gift. Then get back with him afterwards.
that's so low down, but that's not the first time I've heard that.
It wasn't. You know what? That was the first time I had heard it was from him, but it wasn't the last time I'd ever heard it. Like I heard that thing
'Cause
multiple
that's
times.
so low down and trifling. Like, why would you do that?
Yeah,
That's terrible. That is a terrible, terrible thing to do. People watching, don't do that.
right. Honestly,
And
though,
old girl was like, "Yeah, I'd be trifling." I was like, "Okay, where my Christmas gift?
right. And
I'm a backdate. I'm a backdate."
And so on that subject, why is it that when older guys get to a certain point, they just be willing and open to admit that they're trifling ways? Like I've never understood that. Like literally have had older men in my life that I've known that have openly just been like, yeah, when I was younger, I used to be tricking on these wenches. Man, couldn't nobody tell me nothing. I had all kinds of girls following behind
They
me.
don't care. Once you're older, they don't care about nothing they say no more.
And
Once they
I'm
get
just like,
older,
why are you proud of that? Like, why are you proud that you got 14 babies by 12 different baby mamas? Like, why are you proud of that?
that ain't this.
Like, why are you proud that you got 14 kids and only ever saw like 4 of them? You don't know where the other damn 10 of them at.
They
I,
don't
rem-
care.
I remember I had one older guy tell me one time because I was volunteering at the elderly. He was just like, man, I'll be honest. I had I had about 9 children. And I only ever saw 3 of them. I don't know whatever happened to the rest of them. I ain't never seen them for the rest of their lives. Their mamas took them,
That
and
is
I never heard from them again.
that is deadbeat to a high degree.
Right. And to be fair, I asked him. I said, "Did you ever try to look for him? Did you ever like try to?" Because he for whatever reason wanted to tell me his life story, but he was like, "Nah, I never looked for him. I didn't want to look for him. Their mama wanted to take him, let him." And I was like,
Right.
"Okay, okay, all right,
Like that's how it is. Go
right."
off, I guess.
Like, dang, you really just didn't want them kids, huh?
Them kids. Apparently.
This one, man, this one kind of broke my heart a little bit. I watched a kitten get hit by a car at the bus stop one morning in my freshman year of high school. I ran out to get him and he didn't die quickly. It was really fucked up. I quietly snuck off and buried him in the wood before walking to school and pretending nothing happened. The next day, my crush at the time came to the bus stop all upset that her kitten got out and ran away. I hadn't the heart to tell her and break her heart, so I just let her keep thinking he ran away. It was the main reason I could never ask her out, and I still feel really bad about it because I've had cats run away and feel like it'd have been less painful if I had had closure and could have mourned. Dog. I'm,
Mm.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm not the type of person like I couldn't have just kept quiet about it. I probably would have been like, what did the cat look like? Um, I don't I don't know how to tell you this, but
Cat over here
your
in the
cat
yard.
your cat got ran over yesterday morning, and um
Right. It
he,
may have been your cat. It may not have. I don't know.
he,
But it looked the way you describe it. It sounds like your cat.
right,
I gave it a proper burial.
literally,
You're welcome.
and I would say that too. I'd be like, I buried him. If you want, I can take you where I buried him.
I put a nice flower on it. You
Right.
know,
It's like I know where I buried him. If you want to go,
if you want to dig them up and take them back to your house
that's
or whatever.
hold on. Now that's too far.
If you want to like rebury him, that's fine.
That's
Just in the.
crazy. That's unnecessary.
I mean, maybe she want to bury him in her house, in her yard.
Man, I'm glad my parents never did that. Every cat that we had that ended up dying, they just got rid of it. And
Yeah.
like, I know there are gonna be some people that's like, you didn't bury your pet. Nah, dog.
No,
I can
not
only ever think of looking back. I can only ever think of one cat that we had that might have gotten a proper burial, just for the fact of like she had gotten sick because we think that either one, she was poisoned, or two,
Okay.
it had gotten into some of the chemicals. But long story short, he
Mm.
was sick. And so they took him to the vet, and the vet decided that, yeah, you probably should just go ahead and put him down. So my dad, which, even thinking back, like, my dad didn't have to do that to me the way he did. He could have at least, like, brought me with him or something. But, like, literally decided he made the executive decision to have him put down, then told me later, like, yeah, so we had to put your cat down. I'm sorry. I was hurt. That was my first cat. Oh, he was so great. I loved little Coco. She was so wonderful. Um,
Damn. R.I.P. Cap.
all the rest of them, no, I ain't gonna lie. If they ever died in or like near or around the house, we just put them in a bag and threw them in the trash can. Like, I didn't. I'm gonna
Wow.
be honest with you. I didn't have the
Great.
emotional. I didn't have the emotional like connection with any of the rest of the cats like I had with my first one. Like,
That's that's fair, but that's crazy.
I cared for them, but like if they messed around and died, I was like, into the bag you go.
Not the bag.
At least
You
I
got a
gave them
bag
like a
of dip.
hefty look. At least it was like a hefty bag, like a black hefty bag. It wasn't like a. It wasn't like a.
A Kroger bag.
It wasn't like a grocery bag or nothing. It was just like hefty bag. Boop.
I guess that makes it a little better.
It was. It
But
was
the
wonderful.
trash, crazy.
Let's see. There was one more I saw, and I cannot find it now, and I'm kind of sad. I am actually kind of sad that I can't find it. I can't find. No, I can't find it. Oh, I'm so upset. Oh, boo.
And
Uh, huh. Well, this is. I don't. That's a good one. I don't know if that would be one. I'll add it in just for the sake. I might take it out later. This one guy. I killed a man who raped women and little boys. I felt justified in the moment, but in the years since, I have become filled with regret. I wish I had never done harm to anyone. I don't know.
uh,
I feel like you were justified. And the fact that they're
yeah,
posting on Reddit tells me that they probably never got caught. So,
right. Which is crazy. Just read a confession of a murderer, but go off.
All right, so this one will be the last one. I think this will be a funniest. This will be a funnier one to end off on. The one secret that if they could share anonymously, they would want to share. If there were no negative side effects, or even if they were way more minimal, I would smoke meth and masturbate slash have sex for hours and hours every single day of my life. I know I'm sick, but that's why I choose to stay clean today.
I mean, go off, I guess.
Yeah, it's
Um,
it's
very interesting.
it's a very weird. It's a very weird. Like I mean,
Specifically, meth is crazy.
at least it's not as bad as that guy that did the thing with the hookers in Las Vegas and like the Honda Civic. Remember that?
Mm.
I was like, oh god, that was like episode 4, wasn't it? That was way back.
Yeah.
Jeez, we're on episode 37. You see that? You see how quickly life comes at us?
Goddamn 37.
Stop. We're not going to ask the people to share any secrets with us. Not this time. Don't share any secret. Don't tell us anything. We don't have the
You
capacity.
don't want to know your secrets.
We don't want to know your secrets. We really don't. We have enough secrets of our
Unless you want to
own.
DM your secrets. You can DM your secrets. I'll read them. I won't tell, but I'll read your secrets.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
I know the secret.
You can't do to people like that.
But I can.
No, don't do that. Don't do that to people.
DM me your secrets and I will judge you in private.
That's terrible.
I'll reply back with a rating out of 10 of how good that secret was.
That's crazy. A rating out of 10?
If your secret weak, you get a 1.
That's
Come with a heavy
crazy. I'm fearful. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm fearful that Rob will actually send me a secret, and then I'll have to send it to you and be like, "What do you rate this one?"
I hope he does.
I'm terrified.
Everyone has secrets. I just want to know y'all secrets. Your secrets.
That's not good. We don't want people's secrets.
I want them.
Lord, no.
I need something to blackmail the people in the future.
Why would we blackmail people? Isn't that illegal?
Well, listen.
A shame. A shame.
Yeah.
And you should feel bad. All right.
Listen, then.
So this next one, and I feel bad. I should have asked Bay earlier because this is the would you rather of the week, kind of. And this one came from social media. It was a video. And I sent the video to both you and to my wife because I was kind of curious about like, oh, what would your answer be? What would you want my answer to be? Rather than the whole thing. But your significant other is dying. So for me, my wife, for you, studio audience. Mm-hmm. The only way to save them is to kiss your ex. Now, when I say your ex, I mean the one that was the most serious one that you had before now. And I don't mean like no little 11-year-old, my first kiss. No, I mean like shit just like you got like a hot and heavy type kiss, like arms around each other type shit. Would you do it to save their life?
Crazy, because I don't have any exes like that.
Well then, hypothetical for you.
Don't.
Hypothetical then. Dang, you always gotta make stuff difficult.
Hypothetically, sure.
Dang.
I'm trying like that. I do it.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Because, see, for me, I feel like I would say I wouldn't do it because I'm like, listen, wouldn't you rather die knowing that I would never cheat on you versus live and know that I had to do that for you to still be alive? Now, every time you see me, you just have that mental image in the back of your head. Like, you know? Am I wrong?
I mean, it's there, but again, It's to save your person.
I don't.
You gotta save your person.
Nah, dog.
And if your person died because you wouldn't kiss your ex, they're gonna fucking haunt you
I'm sure.
in the afterlife.
But like,
Okay, just
again,
know
I
you can
say I
haunt
would much rather her haunt me in her afterlife and know that throughout our entire relationship I did not and would not cheat versus her having to. You realize she gonna have to sit down with me at the dinner table after that at some point and look me in my face and know, damn, I'm really still alive because this motherfucker kissed their ex. Like,
I mean, there are some sacrifices in this world that have to be made for
there
the
are some
greater good.
sacrifices that I don't think I would be willing to make. I'm sorry.
It's just a little kiss.
What did I
Little
just say?
kiss.
It's not. It's literally like it's like a long standing, at least like 10 seconds type shit.
I'd still be trifling to do it.
I
Because then I would do some even more trifling shit to let them know, like, this was to save my person. Fuck you. Like, I'm gonna do it, but then I might gut punch you right after.
but like
Just like,
see,
bro, fuck
but
you.
like see, even
Thank you,
even
but
even to that point though, they would know that it's to save them. They will agree to it, but then on top of it, fine, let's up the ante. You had to do it in front of your significant other.
they're still gonna get fucking gut punched. I'm gonna do it, and that person's gonna get gut punched.
That's crazy. I don't think I could. I really genuinely I feel like Bay has lived a good enough life. She just gonna have to go to the upper room eventually. I I
Wow.
can't. I genuinely
Wow.
I told you
So
we have talked about it on this podcast how I had a dream about an ex and I was sent on a fucking doom spiral. So I just would not be able to. Studio audience, please help me out here.
we killed
Please back me up that if you had to kiss your ex like 10 seconds long in like a passionate arms around each other type hug to save your significant other now, would you do it?
Hypothetically, yes.
That's crazy.
it.
That's
You got
crazy.
you got the little sacrifices.
Ah, man. Ah, no.
But it's so crazy that you said that because I had a dream about that shit the other night.
Oh, did you?
I did, and I woke up, I almost smacked him in the mouth.
See? See?
It wasn't. It wasn't. Listen, it was crazy because he brought the girl to the house. I was like, you
Oh,
bold,
oh,
you real bold.
oh
I'm finna stab you
no.
both.
Oh
Like,
no.
woke up in the middle of the night. Who's finna get freaking punched in the back of the head at 3 a.m. over that? It felt to save my life. I guess I'm still gonna hurt you. I'm still gonna hit you
See?
for it, but
See? This is why me and Bay are on one. I just texted her
I'm
and I asked her, I said, hypothetically, if I had to kiss my ex to save your life, would you want me to? She said, let me fucking die. See? She gets it.
nah,
She
nah,
gets it.
nah.
She
Let me
understands.
live. Let me live. I want to live. I want to live. Look at that. I want to live. Let me
See,
die. I'm gonna hunt you and your entire bloodline.
see, this is why I know me and my wife are
Don't
the
ever let me die or some shit like that. Like, how you gonna explain that shit to my family if I die? I ain't gonna explain that shit.
don't tell them that you had a. I know one thing that would be my darkest secret. I had a chance to save her, but I couldn't.
Mm-mm.
See,
Exactly. Like, imagine well, I could have saved her. They're like,
nah,
you could
I'd
have
never
saved
tell
her,
them.
and you chose not.
I would literally never tell
The
them. Just
entire
like,
family is
just like,
going to jump.
look, Gabby knows. If that were the case, hypothetically, send me to the upper room. Shit, I'm gonna be in the upper room chilling because I know my wife would never ever. So ain't no way.
You better save me. Kick her in the throat and save me, bruh.
Nah, nah,
Save me.
nah.
Love me.
Listen, I do love my wife, but I'm not making that sacrifice. Look, some sacrifices just can't be made.
That just proved that's selfish.
Look, how? How is it so? No, explain that.
If
How is that?
you're choosing yourself over your person. That's selfish.
No,
That's
I'm
so
not.
selfish, bro.
I'm really not. I'm choosing
That's
the
selfish.
relationship, the sanctity of the relationship, the purity, the
Ain't no
love in
relationship.
our relationship.
You let her die. Ain't no relationship no more because she dead.
No, I'm still have a
That's
relationship
selfish.
with her. I still have a relationship with her. Cause I'm
Selfish.
still gonna meditate and think about her all the time. I'm still going, cause once she dies, she want to be cremated. So I'm gonna have her ashes. I'm gonna just like cry about it all the time. Like,
That's just selfish, bro.
and it's not
I mean, you did
selfish.
that. That's
It's not selfish.
selfish as fuck.
It's not
It's
selfish.
selfish.
It is not. It is not
It's
selfish,
so
and
selfish.
you are wrong. And this is here we go. Now we have something. Student, like audience, the people watching and listening. If your significant other was dying on their deathbed, and you were told the only way for you to be able to save their life is to make out slash kiss, well, make out in 10 seconds, make out with your ex, the most serious one you've ever had in your life, would you do it? Yes or no? I say no. Because I love my wife and I'd never cheat on her. And I'd never allow it. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna cry. I'm gonna cry for her. I'm gonna cry at her funeral. I'm gonna cry afterward. But she gonna gotta go up to the upper room this time. I'm sorry.
And I'm gonna jump you at the funeral.
You gonna jump me at the funeral?
Knowing you could have prevented it, I'm gonna jump you at the funeral.
But you don't know
I'm
that.
gonna tell her
You don't know that.
and
But you don't know
jump
that
you
though.
while you're
But you don't know that though.
But either way, if she died before you, I'm gonna jump you because I know it was your fault.
How? That's crazy.
Because it's automatically gonna be your fault.
That's crazy.
To answer the question, yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do.
Exactly. You gotta do what you gotta do.
No.
For the relationship.
No.
Right.
No.
To keep the relationship alive, you gotta do what you gotta do, man. The
No.
sacrifices. Selfless. That's what it is.
No. No. That's not how
Yeah.
that goes at all. See, this is
That's
why
exactly how.
this is why I know me and mine is perfect for each other. Because boom, look at that. That's how I know we perfect
That's
for
why
each
we
other.
on the same page over here. We both agree, like, yeah, you gotta do what I gotta do to keep mine.
And if studio audience and a studio audience, I'm gonna let you know this right now. If I ever found out that you did that, I don't give a fuck if it was to save her life. I'm beating the brakes off of you, big dog. I'm
How would
beating
you do
you.
that?
I'm gonna beat you with a tire iron, my boy.
There's more than likely a good chance he asked me first, and I was like, do it, save me. Kick her in the throat
I don't give
before
a
and
fuck.
afterwards.
What?
Save me.
Dog,
Save
I'm
me.
beating the brakes off of you.
Oh,
I'm beating
I
the
need
brakes
to
off of you.
live.
No.
I need to live, man.
Living ain't all that.
I
It
gotta-
ain't worth it.
It is.
All right, living is worth it. I need to
I don't know
live.
about all that. Living ain't all
And
that.
if I live, the other thing, if he do it, I live. Now I can beat her ass.
Still not worth it.
Right, we can beat her together. Yes,
Who cares?
together.
And look, and in y'all's Kristal didn't die celebration party, I'm beating the brakes off of you.
But
It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
I stand by it. I stand by it. I do, 100%. And you will not make me feel any kind of way about it either. I stand by it.
End of the day, you did what you had to do to save yours, and yeah, you got beat up for it, but at the end of the day, you
Nope,
still got yours.
I stand by it. I stand by it. And I will not be made to feel any kind of way. I stand by it. Huh.
Fair enough.
Please let us know. Please, people in the audience, please let us know. Because I don't think I'm going to let this one go for a while. I genuinely don't. We're going to be back in the studio 6 months from now. I'm still not going to be to let it go. Like, I'm going to be still upset. And I'm going to be like, no. Accept that their time is up. It's time for them to go to the upper room. Let them sit with the ancestors. It's time. They've lived a long enough life. They've lived a fruitful enough life. Let them go. It's not worth it. There are some sacrifices that you can't make.
And that's one that you can easily make.
It's not, though. It's not.
It
If it was
sure
the other
is.
way around, like I said, Gabby knows, send me to the upper room. Because I'll sooner send myself up to the upper room before I let that happen. Shit.
Shit.
I stand by that.
I'm not in the room. I'm saying this room.
Mm-mm-mm. I'll go to the upper room. I want to see. I want to see my folks up there anyway. I'll go.
I'll see him eventually, but this ain't my time.
Shit. I guess it's gonna be my time.
Ain't my time.
If my wife gotta either choose between sending me to the upper room or kissing her, yeah, it's my time. Clearly, it's my time. I gotta go.
Oh. Oh.
I tell him you miss him. Shit, tell me who you want to see. Look, I tell him you miss him. Shit, I'm gone.
Nah.
I'm going to the upper room, baby.
No, Lord.
You
Not
different.
happening.
Because you're different. And
I am quite the difference.
can't believe it. We're going to stop arguing. We're going to stop the argument for now. For now.
You gonna let it be for me.
For now. We'll agree to disagree.
Okay.
But we're going to move on to my section, or one of my sections, one of the sections that I like the most. Actually, I like all of them. I like all of the sections of our show.
Yeah, good sections.
I will say, like, they're gonna get changed at some point. You know, we might drop one, add another. We might do some crazy stuff. But this next
Keep it
section is the anime discussion of the week. I don't know if you got a chance to look over the script or anything, but this week's anime discussion is about anime abridging. Now, for those of you that don't know, what abridging of anime is basically where you take the source material, you tell the same basic story, but you give some good, like, you revoice it, you add some storylines, you take some stuff out, you give them new voice lines, you give them new dialogue, and you have fun with it. My opinion, and this is what our discussion will center upon on this day, is that abridging is good for the anime ecosystem. And what I mean by the greater ecosystem of anime, and what I mean by that is, think about shows like Dragon Ball Z specifically. I genuinely feel, and I have this opinion, that Dragon Ball Z as a show would have died off and wouldn't continue to have the level of hype that it has today if it weren't for Dragon Ball Z abridged. Same way I feel about how, like, Jujutsu Kaisen, they have the Hood JJK, which I think does wonders for the overall structure of the anime. We have ones like Hellsing, Sword Art Online. I've seen so many, literally so many. And I feel like all of them help because they do a lot of great things. A lot of it is keeping attention on the product, because at the beginning of every episode for a lot of the abridged series, they say, this is a fan-made parody. Give support to the official release. And I think it works. I really do. I think that, like, if it weren't for these shows, if it weren't for the abridging of these shows, a lot of these shows would die off, especially with the way that, like, you know, some shows have, like, the seasons, and the seasons go for, like, 8, 10, 12 years at some point, like months to years at some point. And if you have the abridged series, that helps keep that energy for that show, because it's like, oh man, I love this so much, I can't wait until the show comes back so then you can abridge the new stuff too. And it's like, people enjoy both things equally. You know?
Right. It's you're retelling the story in a lot shorter way. So that way, like, oh, I forgot what happened. Instead of rewatching the whole show, watch the abridged, boom, now you're back caught up.
Exactly. And of course, it's not a one-to-one, because, you know, the abridged makes some of the most absurd jokes sometimes. But it still gives the basis of the story. It still gives, like, the core of the story. Hell, going back to Dragon Ball Z abridged, talking about, going back through the Namek saga. how they went to Namek. They got the Dragon Ball. They fought against Frieza. They found the Dragon Ball. They met Elder Guru. They like fought and got the Dragon Ball. Then Goku shows up and this and that, and it's like, yeah, it's not the entire thing, but it's enough of the core story that even watching it, you're just like, oh yeah, that did happen. Huh, I wonder. Wait, how did this go in the original show? 9 times out of 10, it's going to push you to want to see what the original was about anyway. Because I know plenty of people that have gotten into anime because they saw an abridged version. They watched the abridged, loved it, and then was like, okay, I'm gonna check out the original and see what the original is like.
Let's look at the book instead of looking at the Spark Notes first.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. I feel like outside, because to my knowledge, the only show that has been kind of ass about allowing for a bridging to happen is Dragon Ball Z. Toei Animations and all the people that own Dragon Ball Z, they had been very anal about it. So much so that even the English voice actor, which I'm going to go on a slight side tangent here, the English voice actor for Goku is kind of a piece of trash. Like, genuinely, every other, so to my knowledge, just about every other actual English dub voice actor has enjoyed Dragon Ball Z Abridged. The English voice actor for Vegeta, Chris Sabat, he loves Dragon Ball Z Abridged. He's like, bro, I think that shit is hilarious. And he talks about it. Like, they have asked him on panels, and he's been like, dude, I fucking love it. I think it's great. The same thing with Sean, I think it's Shamel, for the voice actor for Goku. They ask him on a panel, he'll be like, well, I mean, to be fair, you're taking money out of the people's pocket that are really working hard on this show. And when you have people involved that are asking them to stop, but they choose not to stop, then, well, you know, they kind of get what they get on that end. And it's like, taking money out of whose pocket, big dog? This is literally like your character. Like, you have made your money, and you will continue to make your money. You will literally continue to make the money that you will make because of being Goku for so many years.
Literally.
And it's like,
some folks don't buy like that.
Let's see. Now that I think about it, let's see, because I want to see what stuff has he. A whole bunch of Dragon Ball Z. Let's see, a whole bunch of Dragon Ball Z. Apparently, he was in Berserk. Let's see. Da 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 da. Who was he in? Wait a minute. I know Christopher Sabat, but who did Sean Shamel? No, he didn't voice anybody. How dare they lie to me? How dare they lie to me? I feel lied to. I feel lied to. Because, actually, let's see. They're that way. Let's see. Who did he voice? Oh, the minor character! What? Oh! He literally did minor characters in that show. Oh, boo. Boo, I say.
Nothing. He was nothing.
So, was he a part of... I'm curious because I've heard this before, but I don't know for sure. Okay, it wasn't. Somebody said that somebody had told me that Sean Shamel had also voiced Rolf for Ed and Nettie, and not true.
No. Okay, great.
But the voice actor for Ed and Nettie, Peter Kalamis, was also known. He did voice Goku in a different version of the English dubbing of Dragon Ball Z, because they're the version called the Ocean's English dub. There's like 3 different English dubs for like the original Dragon Ball Z, and he did the English voice for the Ocean's English dub as well as the voice for Rolf. That's why. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. That's why people say that Goku and Rolf have the same voice actor, which is kind of funny to think of. Like Goku, the son of a shepherd. But all the side tangent in the world to say, abridging is a wonderful facet of the anime community, and I feel like without that we wouldn't have a good anime community. I feel like there are so many people who get introduced to anime because of the silly abridged clips that get posted online.
Oh yeah, 100%.
You wouldn't believe how many animes I've picked up because I've seen an abridged clip online and was like, what is this show? Hold on, I need to watch this show. And then, boom, I got put onto an anime because there was an abridged clip where somebody looked in the face of God and was like, you know, you're definitely uglier than people made you look on heaven or on earth. And then they do like a whole side tangent of like, what? Michael, is this true? It's just like a whole thing. But, yeah. Anime, it's in a good place, like I said last week. And the bridging is a part of that good place that it's in.
I agree with that. I fully agree.
But all that to get into our next section, which is the shit for a shot. Now this shit for a shot gonna be a little different because normally I will rant and rave and rant and rave and rant and rave and rant and rant and rant. This time I'm just gonna sit here and I'm gonna look down the barrel of the camera and I'm gonna talk about something. Because if you're in America, you know. Last weekend, we lost TikTok for all of maybe like 12, 14 hours.
Yeah, something like that.
It came back up, and in the first message, the first thing you see when you open it. In fact, I'm so glad I took a screenshot of that shit because it pissed me off when I saw it.
I never saw the message. When it came back, I never saw that when it came back.
You didn't see the message?
Not when it came back, no. Thank God.
It was a message
I know the message, but I didn't want to see the message.
It irritated my soul. I guess I didn't screenshot it. I thought I did. You know what? I was probably more pissed off about it than I thought I was. I just didn't screenshot it. I wanted to, and I didn't. No, I didn't. But basically, long story short, the message said, hey. So they basically just said, hey, thank you so much for to President Trump for working with us to get TikTok back live. And I'm just like, thank you. He's the reason that it was gone in the first place.
He's the fucking one.
He started it. He literally started it.
Right. He's the one mad about fucking nothing.
And don't get me wrong, I know there was somebody in his ear to make him start it, but like, he was the one that came out first and was like, it's a Chinese app. We need to get rid of it. And it's like, dog. What is this? Like, and now I'm back on TikTok, and I'll admit, I've done my little doom scrolling, but it don't feel the same.
It don't.
It don't feel the same at all. It literally feels like when you're younger and you have something that you really enjoy, and then people like make fun of you for it, and then you like look at it and you're just like, I mean, I still like it, but now it's just tainted.
Not fun anymore.
Right, like it's not fun anymore. Like it's just tainted.
Like it's slightly different. Like you were gone, but now you're back, and I'm just like, I'm still gonna watch and scroll, but you're different in a way. Like a friend you haven't seen, like a friend that you was real close to, they go away for a while, and they come back, and you're just like, we're still friends, but like you changed a little bit.
Right. Like,
We're still gonna be friends, but like,
it's just irritating. It's just irritating and disheartening, and it makes me sad. I've seen so many crazy things on TikTok just in the time being gone. One of the things that is not as terrible, I think it's kind of funny that apparently in the like 12 hours that we were gone, apparently just about every other country in the world was like, "Ooh, the Americans are gone? Oh, the Americans are gone? Oh yeah, I can finally enjoy this stuff. Oh, it's so quiet. Da, 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 da. And there was one person that even went as far as was just like, now that the Americans are gone, I can enjoy my beans and toast, yeah? And the next
Sorry, like you
day,
raggedy bitch. Like you raggedy hoe. Everybody comments we're and your shit is nasty.
I've enjoyed, I'm
I
not
was
gonna
like,
lie,
that look.
I've definitely enjoyed all the snitch videos where they were just like, yeah, yeah, while you were gone, the Canadians were talking trash, the Australians were talking trash, the Italians were talking trash. There was some Nigerians on here that were talking trash too. Yeah, they was all doing. It feels. I ain't gonna lie. That was the one thing that made up for it a little bit in my opinion. Cause like,
That made that funny.
cause I don't know why. It felt like that one situation when like that one kid gets suspended from school and everybody be talking shit on him while he's gone. Then he come back and everybody be like, "Oh, I ain't say nothing. I ain't say nothing."
Oh shit, I didn't think he was coming back. Mm-hmm.
It's like,
What was
dog,
said? Now what was said?
right? It's like you were talking all that
Wait
shit
a
while I was
minute.
gone. What's up?
Right, I'm back now. Let's talk about it.
Like let's talk about it. Let's say it to my
Now we're
face.
back to our shenanigans. We're back saying British food is disgusting looking. We're back for everything.
Back for everything.
So 13, I hope y'all enjoy those 13 American free hours because we're back and we're finna get back to bullying.
We finna get
So
back to
get to
bullying, getting to get back to bullshitting. We gonna be getting to all of that.
right, we're coming for everybody that made fun of the Americans.
We stepping on everybody's necks.
Giving
Now,
time out, but we back
listen,
and we coming in swinging.
listen. Y'all can laugh at our government and our leadership all y'all want. That don't matter to us. We still gonna talk shit on all of y'all too.
Every single time.
It's like those
Who gonna
kids.
stop us?
It's like those kids that's like, I don't give a fuck if you talk on my parents. I'm still gonna beat your ass.
Right.
Like,
I don't like them half the time either, but I'm still gonna fight you for it.
right. So it's just like,
You
come
better
on,
fight
dog.
about it. I talk shit about it, but you can't.
Right. Right.
That's what that is.
And that's really what that is. Like we can talk shit on our
But
shit,
you shut your
but y'all
mouth.
can't. And we bet not
You
ever catch
shut
y'all
your
doing
damn.
it either.
You shut your mushy peas eating mouth.
Not the mushy peas. Not the mushy pea. I mean, you're not wrong though. You're not wrong though. The mushy peas, absolutely.
They look vile. In a country that invaded other countries for spices, where the fuck is y'all's?
You're right.
Did you see? There's a girl on she's Brit, not Facebook, TikTok. I guess British. She's going around. She's like, Americans say that British don't season our food, but look at me. What am I eating? A crisp sandwich.
Yes.
Bitch, you're eating on white bread.
I stitched
Where's the
it.
seasoning?
I stitched it. I stitched that one because I saw that and I was just like, girl, you proud of
Where's
fries
the
and cheese on a sandwich? Fucking stop.
Ooh. And we do the same thing, but with Doritos. Ooh, Doritos and a ham sandwich.
What the best
You took
combination?
that and enhanced it. Oh, you did the most basic version of a chip sandwich after you get out the pool.
Ooh. And then it'd be cut diagonally. Oh
You got a nice little hug juice and a bag of chips and more chips on the side.
man.
Tearing
Oh.
that joint up.
Oh,
Out of breath, half wet, sitting on a damn chair,
tearing it all the way up. Oh.
waiting to get back in the pool.
Mm.
They
Mm.
could never.
And they really could never. They could never. Ever. Oh. Oh.
They wish.
They wish. Mm-mm-mm.
They really wish.
But
Like, you ever heard that shit they call fairy bread? Like, be so for real about that shit.
what the fuck? I ain't never even heard
Fairy
of that
bread.
shit.
Fairy bread.
Mm.
Apparently, they've eaten that shit at kids' birthday parties. It's a piece of white bread, some butter, and sprinkles.
Be so fucking for real right now.
That's just disgusting, bro.
Be
I said,
so
ugh.
fucking for real right now.
I'm not eating that. That is a struggle meal.
That ain't even a struggle
It
meal,
was.
dog.
Let me make sure. I
No,
might have. No, I'm not lying.
that's
But
not
bro,
even a
I heard
struggle
that.
meal.
Yeah, yeah, it's buttered white bread with sprinkles.
Bro, that's not
But
even
they
a
eating
struggle
out
meal. You know what that
early,
is? You know what that is? That's dessert in a po house.
and they serving it at kids' birthday party.
That's crazy, dog.
Imagine it's your 10th birthday and your mom come out with a tray of fucking berry butter sprinkles.
Nah, dog. I'm about to get on. I'm about. And you
Well,
said that
I'm
was the
running.
British people, right?
It's Australia.
Oh, I'm getting on Australians' ass. Oh, I'm about to get on some Australians' ass. Ooh wee.
Like I would really have to fight my parents if that shit happened to me. I would have to fight y'all. Cause why
Oh,
y'all
facts.
make it? What did I do? Why do you hate me?
Like
Like
dog.
it's white bread, butter. Like I would have took regular toast, but the fact that it's white bread, not even toast, it's just plain white bread, butter and sprinkles.
I know that shit was probably, bro. I know that shit probably squished and flat too. We're gonna wrap up today's shit for a shot. I got some negative comments because I didn't do the full creed last week. So
Mm.
so with all of that to
Yeah.
say, that was some shit. This is the shot. So I'm gonna take this shot because that was some shit. Up to it, down to it. Fuck those who don't do it. We do it because we're used to it. Now drink, motherfucker, drink. Before I take this shot, I'm letting y'all know this is Jolly Rancher infused vodka.
Mm, delicious.
All I had were
It sounds
grapes. All I had were grape flavored ones.
fun.
It was grapey.
It's a good flavor.
It was grapey. I don't think I liked it. But we are going to get to the last section of today's episode, which is entitled, excuse me, Am I the Asshole? As read by Kristal.
All right, let's get into it. So, am I the asshole for refusing to fund my boyfriend's genius idea? Genius in quotations.
I feel like, I feel like I might have already like seen this one, but, but we're gonna let I'm gonna let you go on it. Please regale us with the tale.
So, I, F24, have been dating my boyfriend M29 for 3 years. And while he's always been a bit wacky, I usually find it kind of endearing. This time, however, he's really outdone himself. A few weeks ago, he told me he had a groundbreaking idea that would change humanity forever. Entertaining him, I asked what it was. His answer, he wants to invent a new color. Before we go any further, it's important to note we are both college graduates. I graduated in biochemistry last year and my boyfriend in philosophy a few years before, which makes all of this the wilder, I guess. I tried to gently point out that colors exist as part of the visible spectrum of light. So, unless he was about to discover some new wavelength, this might not be possible. But he waved me off, calling me closed minded and saying he was enlightened in a way you'll never be. At first, I just nodded and let him ramble about his vision. But then he told me he needed funding to start his research. Specifically, he wanted me to give him $4,000 so he could buy supplies, including advanced art tools, a lab coat, because apparently scientists wear them so it will make him feel smarter, and wait for it, a trip to the desert because he thinks the pure sunlight will inspire him. I told him absolutely not. I'm saving for grad school, and even if I weren't, I'm not dropping thousands of dollars on his whatever this is. He got mad, saying I didn't believe in him or his potential to revolutionize human perception. He even accused me of being jealous that he had a world changing idea and I didn't. It got really heated, and he ended up saying a lot of things about using my card as he knew the details anyway. For reference, he's been unemployed for a while now, whilst I've got a regular job. I ended up saying some things I do regret, but a lot of it was retaliation. Now he's sulking and telling everyone I'm unsupportive and afraid of innovation. His friends are backing him up, saying I should be encouraging his creativity instead of crushing his dreams. And I'm an asshole for refusing to fund his quest to invent a new color.
What is he fucking 5? What do you mean? What do you mean?
Inventing a new color is crazy.
What do you mean
Then wanted to go.
you should be supporting in creativity instead of is he fucking 5? What do you mean? The dude is 29. He's a year older than I am right now. What the fuck do you mean? He dog, dog, dog. You need to stop worrying about being inspired and go inspire your damn application to a job, my boy. What the fuck? Oh my goodness gracious.
He
Please.
wanted to go to the fucking for it.
Nah, dog. Nah, dog. She's not the asshole. Nah, dog. And the fact that she is 5 years younger than him. And she has more common sense and clarity about what the fuck is going on. She said, I'm not coming out of my pocket for this bullshit. You're not about to hit me with no goddamn... Bro, I'm heated. I'm heated.
I when I tell you I was reading this, you're like, what the hell?
Dog.
It's the fact that so much stuff was in quotations was calling her closed-minded because of a fucking color. And then I wonder, like, what the lab coat was so unnecessary.
Bro, I'm pretty sure the last...
What supplies do you need, my guy?
I'm pretty sure that the last color that was actually discovered was a shade of black, and I'm fairly positive it was discovered on accident.
I think so. Oh, the Visiblack. They're like the black is black.
Yeah, yeah. And then it became like a whole thing, and which, to be honest, that whole story was the wildest thing to me because there's like because then one of the artists took him up on it because he was just like I hate him so much, so then he created like a blacker version of that black, and then like he created some kind of like pink that he couldn't use. That like he literally had the thing where he's like, yeah, I'll give you the pink, but you have to ensure that he never gets his hands on it. Like you literally have to go through like a vetting process and like sign paperwork that the other artist will never get his hands on that. Will never get his hands on that shade of pink. Bro, that shit irritates me. Hold on. This story actually irritates me. No, not the asshole. Not even a little bit. Mother. Do you know how? I wish. Ooh.
Wish a nigga would. I would create a good new color. What? In what world? What are you gonna do in the desert? Give me your full. I want your full step by step, step 1 through 50 plan. How exactly are you gonna find new color?
Right.
Are you gonna stare at the sun? Then the only thing you're gonna see is black. So you're gonna be blind.
Exactly.
Like, what are you gonna find in the desert that's not already created?
Probably his fucking sense so he could actually apply for a fucking job.
Yeah.
Is there an update? Is there an update?
Of course, there are. There is.
But before we get to it, I said, but before we get to it, I said this to one of my wrestling homies that he told me to never say this again, but I promised, I told him I never would. Like, I told him I would never not say it again. Like, I'm going to keep saying it. Just what you've described before the update makes the back of my balls itch. Like, because what do you mean? What do you mean you're getting upset and sulking and snitching to your friend that your girl is not... Bro, make the back of my balls...
Won't let you create a new color.
Bro.
Like, shut that, shut you.
Bro, back of my balls. They make the back of my balls itch, I swear. But please, update. Give it to me.
I'm sorry saying that shit at work. I'm sorry saying that at work.
You know what? You make the back of my balls itch. Like shit like that make the back of my balls itch, man. Come on.
I used to say you make my ass itch, but the back of my balls, that hit different.
Exactly.
All right. Well, she calls them edits, but whatever. In terms of drugs, we smoke weed occasionally, but haven't in the past few weeks. I've never seen him do any drugs, nor have I found any in the house, so I don't know if I can really blame this on a bad trip. Second edit. Thank you guys for all the advice. I've moved the majority of my money into my second bank account for now, which I'm pretty sure he doesn't have access to. In terms of his mental health, I'm not in the habit of sharing his personal history online, but seeing all your comments, I do agree that this might be a mental health issue, and I'm going to attempt to approach him with the idea of a consultation tomorrow. If anyone has any advice on that, please let me know, as I don't want it to come across as insulting. I know he was down after his job, but the comments have got me more worried about more serious illnesses that he may have. So, I don't know when they broke up, but he's done.
She should have. She should have broke up with his ass. Cause what?
Because what the hell? He was saying he might have been having a manic episode. But, like, what?
I'ma get manic.
Now, it would have been one thing that, oh, I'm going to make a new invention. You know what? Okay, I'll give you that. But a fucking color, my guy?
And you're not gonna get paid for that shit.
Right.
Like,
then how you going to recreate the color?
there it
How you
is.
going to recreate the color?
Exactly.
You can like, oh, I saw a color. What did it look like? It
Uh,
was a greenish, green, orange. A what? Like, find that shit on the color wheel right now. Go in Microsoft Paint and move the little dial around until you find the color, and boom, it's already created.
honestly though, I would have did the same thing. I'd have been like, bring your ass here. We going into Microsoft Paint. Use the color wheel. Go through every single one of them colors till you think you see the one that's yours.
You ask for funding for that shit is crazy.
Shit, get a government funding then. You believe so damn strongly in it.
All right, go ask an artist. Ask a fucking artist. Oh my god. Like, I don't know who his dealer is, but I need that shit.
Right.
I need his dealer because he's on a whole nother level that we are not ready to be on. He's right. He is more enlightened than we will ever be. And I don't ever want to be that enlightened. Oh, that's funny. Actually, that's very funny.
Not the asshole. Not the asshole at all. But, huh. We're gonna wrap things up because this I say it every week, but I think this might be one of the shortest ones because once a little editing or whatever, we're gonna cut some things out. Everything it'll probably end up around maybe like an hour and 10, maybe like an hour and 11. So it'll be a little bit shorter.
I think that's a decent time. It's a decent size.
Plus everything before we actually start the podcast episode, that'll be cut. But with that, I'm going to do our little tradition. I'm going to finish out what's left in here. Oi, destroy the stereo. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys have enjoyed today's episode, then please do us a favor, leave us a like, a comment, a share, do all those lovely, lovely things that help boost our numbers, that help make the whole thing worth it. If you would also please follow me on all the lovely social media down below, including on Facebook, which I am now restarting my streaming. Last week I did a live stream of Kraken Pro Wrestling's latest episode, their latest YouTube TV episode that they did. I did a live reaction to it. It's currently on that page right now. I've been posting clips of it every day since. Yeah, that's pretty much all my stuff. If you would please, Mr. Kristal, tell the people where they can find you.
You can find me everywhere at Crystal Deshan, KRISTALDESHANE.
Lovely stuff. Also, don't forget to follow the podcast everywhere at Drunk Text Pod. Those links will be down below in the description. We still have a TikTok. We're probably not going to be that active on it. We need a team of people to help us. But with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, please remember that we will see you in the next episode. We will see you in episode 38, which will be next week. I want you to know from the bottom of our heart that you are loved. You are appreciated. And we are so happy that you joined us right here on this lovely podcast. We will see you all next week. Have a great rest of your week, a great weekend, and a great next week. Bye-bye.
If you or a loved one is struggling with alcohol abuse, dial the National Drug and Alcohol Treatment Hotline at 1-800-662-4357. The National Drug and Alcohol Treatment Hotline provides information on alcohol and drug abuse, local treatment options, and support through hotline counselors who are there to help and speak with you about alcohol, drug, or family problems.